Attention gamers. Previously on my break from holding Ls to catch a few Ws, I showed that even with just one arm I could direct people to the damage meters and pants grab before using my mallet to spawn ZF Godzilla and unlock Keemstar speed on my Raptor. I teamed up with the Rat Lord in the Dawn of Mara, who led us through quite the butthole clencher of a last boss before thanking him days later in the open world by almost getting him killed.
This guy is like absolutely getting me killed right now.
I helped a misogynist kill a body type 2 and then I prepared to take on the deadliest dungeon to date. Damn, Daniel back at it again with a sunken temple, which according to the data gets skipped by 97% of players who had no balls in hardcore, because even the best WoW player in the world suffers casualties in his group while attempting it. Apparently having a hunter is almost required, so you are probably thinking me attempting it with this group was just a joke. But actually there was a bit of drama, as I quickly learned that me inviting him to my group made me the other woman.
And I'm just like excited to do our squad that we talked about. Joker, main tank, Guzu, Savix. We grab a healer. I'm ready to go real soon here.
But then Joker saw Zari reacting and he was like, I'm just gonna play with Rav. But then he's not talking in the Discord, so Zari's gonna be upset because you want a tank, right?
And if I cause any drama I will actually have to talk to Ms. Kiff, and I wasn't going to risk that, so he got the boot and I replaced with a bear, who went AFK mid-fight 5 minutes into the dungeon. We tried to diagnose the problem. I had him open up and say as we had to fend off numerous patrolling trundles without our tank. 6 eternities later he finished jerking off and we solved some Zelda-type puzzle to unlock some bullshit by circle jerking some underground collection of snake statues in the right order. The rooms looked like laser tag load-in lobbies, the bosses looked like Wailing Caverns trash, and the trash was tripping on bath salts, as I had no clue what I was doing, so all I could do was rely on my group knowing the mechanics. But then it was just time for the final boss. So I guess you could say we floated through that sunken temple. But it was now time to do something even more sus, which was to harvest samples of super sticky stuff from Lakari's tar pits, and based on its name I figured the mobs would be quite unpredictable. The whole time I was thinking, why deal with this shit drop rate when you could harvest a whole colony of super sticky stuff straight from Lakari's chair itself.
Now, Lakari! What the hell was that?
But I'd way rather hang out in the jizz-covered Lakari hot springs than what I found in Golakas. That said, as I got closer to 60 I was starting to get nostalgic of my Alliance days. My own faction wanted nothing to do with my crippled contributions, so I resorted to communicating the way my father taught me to recruit one of those Coldridge Chodas to work together. Little gnome hotties with bodies were making me wish I was one myself while I was finding myself doing deadly as fuck honeydews for members of the opposite faction. One of them involved me spelunking into a demon-polluted coal mine, deeper than a dish pizza from Detroit, with every step meaning less and less chance of escaping if I overpull or if something goes wrong, until I found the human who I was looking for. The man who thought it was a good idea to pledge the Fellwood fraternity without realizing what kind of hazing they would put him through, and now it was my job to bail him out.
You gather the Paladin's remains as carefully as order of Fellwood International.
At the very back of the cave there was the Dan Bilzerian of demons, surrounded by his two bottom bitches, and some virgin incel was willing to pay me a good amount of cash to give these twins some major thong wedgies.
Whoops.
But while I was proving that no castle or cave could take me down, a crusade was about to send a ripple through our one and only Fang. Seeing as it's my thing to avenge my teammates, I initially vowed to declare war against these scarlet shitters by vandalizing some of their property. But it turns out the leader I was avenging wasn't the leader anymore.
I have been fully made aware that I am not fit to lead this guild, having died a dog's death. I will step down as guild leader until I once again reach level 60. I could pull it, but I know everyone wants it to be Tyler. So I am doing nothing anymore. I am done with all of it until I'm 60. So my notes, I don't need anymore. Tribute chest, nope. Done with all of it. He's guildmaster. All right.
Plus, if I was avenging every dumb death, I'd have to fight off the Scourge too.
I'm dead! I'm actually...
As it was now time to listen to my new leader.
I forgot what I just said. Somebody remind me what I just said. Next, I'm hungry. Have pizza rolls, please. I don't see how anybody is bad enough to die ever, just so we're clear.
It was obvious that his whole platform was based around everyone playing more WoW.
2 dungeons a day. 2 dungeons a day?
Which meant disappearing for 11 days wasn't the best call, but when it comes to having a new boss, I practice something called mirroring. So when he said,
I have a daughter.
I decided to have one of those as well, which meant the next time I would be on, I would have tons of rest state, and as long as I don't die, I would be fine.
Health warning.
But knowing if I die right before raid this year I can't go again, I would have to level the safest way that's ever been discovered.
Log in and stay in the forest, killing boars. Boars?
Until I needed just one last boar, the same one that haunted my father's pet pig. And thus I single-handedly conquered my challenge, and there was just a few things left to do. The first was to end this self-found suffering, a curse that I put upon myself because of comments from a bunch of inept simpletons. But after seeing how fun a real rogue without these restrictions can be, it was finally time to turn it off. That said, my other handicap remained, as at the beginning of the journey I stated I could never wield a weapon in that arm again. But there was one thing that my hand was still strong enough to hold, in honor of my father, to keep me safe from the hardcore elements and the dangers ahead.